Thank you for joining me on the channel, Mazarov Tarot. Today I am doing a collective energy reading. For certain signs, I'm not sure what signs it's going to be. If I even use any signs, I may or may not use masculine and feminine energy pronouns, but you don't have to be a biological male or woman to be in either of the energies. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's reading. You know what? Ironically enough, I do want to start off with Aquarius, but it's so weird, Aquarius, because I was hearing something rudimentary, whatever. Where it's like, what are you having for lunch? Somebody is like, I'm having spicy Italian. I don't know what that means. Okay? It's so many things that's going on or unfolding in the life of Aquarius that it's almost hard to believe. There could be a lot of hearsay in the life of Aquarius, but what I'm hearing through the grapevine is that Aquariuses feel stuck in the middle of a situation, either with friends, family, or when it pertains to romance. Now, since I am saying romance, it could be a fling that Aquariuses, I almost said Aquarius, that Aquariuses are dealing with. I just don't feel like it's an actual relationship. The reason being is because I feel like Aquariuses are actually, it's not tug of war, but kind of, there is this thing going on with Aquariuses where they are kind of holding on to somebody else, possibly. Take it however it may resonate for you. The thing is, I feel like it is connected to friendships. So Aquariuses could have been hooked up or set up by their friends, and it was like this whirlwind romance. Okay, not necessarily. When it pertains to finances for Aquariuses, I feel like Aquariuses have their ducks in a row when it pertains to finances. But with that being said, there could be a lot of stop and goes, or energetically something could be off with Aquariuses when it pertains to their money situation. But all in all, I feel like Aquariuses are dealing with great energy. It's just that romance, there's lingering feelings possibly for somebody else. Not necessarily. I feel like the sex is great, if that does matter. For Aquariuses, sex, conversation, whatever that thing is that Aquariuses need from that new person in their life, the issue lies with what Aquariuses is holding on with. Since I did mention tug of war for Aquariuses, I do feel like Hierophant, Taurus, like energy, not necessarily a marriage contract type of thing was involved in Aquarius's last situationship. But whatever it is, I just don't feel like it was a relationship. It was circumstantial, financial benefits, friends with benefits, whatever. But there's some sort of battle. But with that being said, it's kind of causing both people from Aquarius's past situation to kind of overstep, metaphorical or actual line held. Somebody could have a restraining order, like, I don't really want you around type of thing. Take it to have it resonance. Ironically enough, somebody that could be Rebecca. Ironically enough, I'm seeing like somebody could feel stranded or actually be stranded. They're like, I'm down right now. Power's down, lights down, energy's down. Take it however it may resonate for you. Alright. But Aquarius will be saying that to a person with friends or benefits. Friends and benefits. Why? Okay, Aquarius is just like, not right now. Possibly. Take it however it resonates. Aquarius could be saying like, I need for you to come get me, pick me up, meet me here, or whatever may have you. I don't know. Future-like energy, for some reason I feel like Aquarius could be spinning people. Or people could be spinning Aquarius like they're not being direct, take it to have resonance, but it's like a circus. Alright, so I could be talking to somebody that's like maybe messing with a Sagittarius or a fire sign. Like, I'm not going to get back to that. I'm not going to be able to get back with you. I'm not exactly sure. There could be some sort of mishap in the life of Aquarius in the future. I don't necessarily feel like it's a tower moment, because with the tower moment, someone could be fired. Not necessarily someone could be upset and someone could feel like collateral damage. But I feel like there's a mishap. It could be with a feminine energy talking to a single father, her husband or her boyfriend. That could be a father-like energy, or at least an emperor. He's a leader of at least one employee. It could also be a Libra in the life of Aquarius. And it would be about someone not hearing somebody out. But somebody that's like, I have to follow in my son's footsteps. I must, because he's hurt, or, you know, something like that. So I just want Aquarius to be careful with the children or that one employee, because someone could be hurt on the clock. Someone could be in construction, take it however it resonates, and it could be involving a Libra. If it is involving a Libra with that one employee, they could yell a lot, but it's because of masculine energy could come across like he's too preoccupied with being a father, too preoccupied with his work, his job. I don't necessarily feel like it's anything negative for the feminine energy to have. It's like, you don't see my gown, you don't see my outfit, you don't see how I put myself together, type of thing. And she wants to kind of be a representation of her partner and look well for her partner, so on and so forth, but take it to how it resonates. All right, so let's go on to Pisces. Pisces, friendships is coming out really loudly or heavily for Pisces. Pisces is in a festive spirit, I do feel, or was, or will be, wanting to celebrate something, some special occasion. Take it however it resonates. All right, so with that being said, it's a lot of not serpentine energy, but somebody is like saying something. But it could be not disgusting. It's like, I heard through the grapevine that he did that and she like it like that. It could be pertaining to sex, but it's like anal. I'm not exactly sure. Take it to every resonance. He's like on an ass of somebody. He's like to ride somebody's ass. But it's like Sodom and Gomorrah. Take it to every resonance. But Pisces could be like hearsay, or it could be pertaining to Pisces. Why is sex energy coming out so strongly for Pisces, but it's pertaining to gossip and friendships, not necessarily. I'm saying money when it pertains to Pisces, but that could be tied in with relationships, but not necessarily. Pisces is like, I'm not dealing with somebody that has less than or something or more than. Pisces could need to go to Aldi's. Pisces need to go to the grocery store. I'm not exactly sure. But Pisces is bonkers. I'm coming, like, I feel like, no, I'm coming, grocery's nasty. I feel like Pisces is coming across as insane to me. It could be a feminine energy, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be. It's just not necessarily loud. It's boisterous. Pisces could be speaking their mind, but it would have nothing to do with Pisces. I'm also seeing a game of telephone that's being played, I don't know, in Pisces' life. But the message could be misinterpreted, whatever, along the lines, along the way. It could be pertaining to a hookup. Things that resonates. Pisces could be watching some sort of movie from the 90s as well. Pisces could like black films, black comedy films. And Pisces could actually also be dealing with a tower moment currently in their life, but it will be pertaining to a writer, someone trying to write things in their life, someone that's an author, not necessarily. It would be pertaining to like somebody was supposed to be handling something, handling children, handling people, shepherding, take it however it resonates. Pisces could also be tied in with a Gemini. The Gemini could be an elder in their life, maybe an empress, not necessarily. Could also be a high priestess in the life of Pisces. Yeah. When it pertains to Pisces' actual relationships, I'm not actually seeing that. Pisces, I feel, is primarily focusing on their family and their finances. All right. Pisces could even be in a marriage, and it's not that it's not a priority. I just feel like Pisces is stuck on stupid. I don't know what that means. Someone could have said that to Pisces. Pisces could be feeling attacked. Not necessarily. Let's go on to the next one. Aries. Aries got a bundle deal. Aries is like that. We're having a deal. We're having a special. So Aries is in the process of their life of selling out or giving things away to family and friends. Not necessarily. It could also be advice that Aries is trying to give to people, because Aries could feel like they know better. Maybe by previous experiences, not necessarily. But I'm saying a shuffleboard. So if it's an elder Aries that's trying to give advice, it's hush hush. They're like, I really don't want to be on camera. I really don't want to be seen or something like that. Or Aries don't really want to get out right now. If Aries don't want to get out, Aries could feel like they're being pushed out or forced out of a situation. It could be causing Aries to show their hands in a situation. Not necessarily. That would be more so with friends or family. All right. So I want to go ahead and talk about some things at this point because there was some things that was bothering me. I was looking at business. And I couldn't understand what nest is. Why is that end of the nest? That's a Loch Ness business. And I also was looking at product. I don't know what a UCT, but I know what prod is. It's like poke. It's like to nudge, to poke. But UCT is actually a time. So people that have a product, they're actually saying that they are watchers. They're time handlers. They want to be like the man from Metropolis that wear that white suit and make that man move out the middle of that clock because they want to have everybody be on the clock. That's the actual product because you can't sell a nudge or a poke. I also was looking at the word contract. Why would anybody want to con or attract of it? I don't want to be swindled, stolen from, or deceived. And also I was looking at all the man in the Bible. You got Abraham, who broke all the commandments from the beginning. He had attempted murders. He had a child outside of marriage. He was an adulterer or cheater. His wife was into swinging. But we have Abrahamic religions. I was looking at Moses. I don't know what sis is, but somebody want more from me sis because I marry him. That's really weird. And I also was looking at Jesus Christ, who is shrouded in mystery. He likes to ride on an ass, which is like Sodom and Gomorrah. He also was a carpenter. He was a builder. I also was looking at Freemasons, and I was looking more so at the Mason, but there's no why. There's no reason in Mason. So they don't believe in a man because they took the Y out. Everybody knows that the Y chromosome is for a man. But they still believe that they are a son of something. Take time for president. And I also was looking at Illuminati. Illuminati is not spelled correctly. Naughty. Everybody knows naughty by nature. So we know that that is Spellman. And I also was looking. They do spells. And I was looking at Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones go to Yale. They're going to Yale. And also, they say they have a secret thing where they put themselves into caskets and tombs, of course. All Skull and Bones go into caskets or corpse. That's no secret. So they're going to be doing hidden in plain sight shit type of thing. I don't know why I was looking at all that stuff. It's so much more. Like I was looking at like judge systems, and they have injury. How do you have a jury? How do you have people in jury duty? That's hurt. That's a broken system. I also was looking at Bentleys. Bentley, L-E-Y, is a law. If you don't know, and it's bent, it's broken. So people that have a Bentley have broken the law. They have broken the commandments to have that. I was also looking at Bottega. It's like a Bugatti. What the fuck? Why would you want to have a Bugatti? I don't know why you got T, you got piss, and you got shit. I don't know what it is. And I also was looking at a Rolls Royce. Rolls are like inbred, but also it's just a wheel. Okay, so they feel like they are a living will, but not of the Lord. They are a living will of a king because Royce, Roy C as the red is a red king. That actually has something to do with something else. Also, I was looking at fucking customer. I don't want to have a customer. I don't want to have a tumor. I just don't like the idea of a customer. It's very fascinating the way that this world is ran, especially money. You got knee issues. Amon, that is an Egyptian thing. But also, it's a day. And money and Monday all end in Y. Why? Every day end in Y. Why must I be weak? I don't know what kind of question that is, because I really want to be strong. But the world is ran by idiots. I was also looking at Singapore. They made me think of Ursula. Because Ursula sing about poor, unfortunate souls. I don't think those are acquired cherubs. I know they're not. And I also was looking at Hispanic people. You know, it's so weird because a lot of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, all these other races, they have so much pride, but they don't know anything about themselves. If you speak Spanish, then you come from Spain. You come from Spain, and you was once the first colonizer here. You came here and you hunted some native people that was like Pocahontas, but they just wasn't white. I don't know what's going on with that. They want to lead you to believe that Pocahontas was like a big fat white woman. So when that big fat white woman sings. But now the top of the tops, because the Mexicans and the Spanish people are the lower. They are the ass. The top of the top. Want to ride on their ass and tell them get the fuck out, even though they were originally here. The issue is they don't know who they are anymore. They have taken some brown people's space home themselves and made it their own. And they speak a tongue that comes from Spain, which was originally a fucking military for the British combat. And they have lost everything. So we know that we are in the Great Gatsby era in life, and it's just a serpent biting its own ass. Why? Don't know white person like they made. Don't know white person like who they are. Am I wrong? Didn't Christopher Columbus and them speak Spanish? Wasn't the first colonizer here Spaniards? So when you look at a Spanish person and they tell you that they don't have shit, no, they lie. They lost it. They lost it. And they originally stole it. They would have been the first ones doing Thanksgiving. They just don't know anything about themselves anymore. They got fucking hunky-dory about the mind. Shouldn't have sailed out like that. But now you got all these continents that speak Spanish because they've been colonized them damn selves. The issue is they don't look like what they're supposed to look like. They are white. Mexican probably look like my black ass. A real Mexican will look like my black ass. Isn't that fascinating? I started thinking about Chinese people too. I don't know who let Chinese people out. I thought I put Chinese people in an infested, cold, impoverished place. I don't know, like, what the fuck has happened. Somebody has went against somebody's judgment. People were placed where they needed to be. People were born where they needed to be. The issue is people went against what mother designed as everything to be. They start building upon negativity. And then we wonder why they are so negative. Yes. Somebody was supposed to be tormented and some people were not. You know, I'm about to be 33 years old, and I just now got to the point where I have realized something, you guys. Like, people from the beginning of time, not racists, not rapists, not things like that, but like spiritualists that believed in like animals. You're free to believe in whatever you want to believe in, but you know, people that did not know right from wrong and had no way of knowing right from wrong. For instance, like fashion. You want to be in something that says shun. Do you know what shun is? It's something that you should run away from. You should not idolize it. You should look at it and see wicked. But yet still everybody want to be in designer. If you take the sign that you guys cannot sign for or read, you would have a deer in the middle of designer. Actually you would have it on both sides of a sign. Why? Probably because people in lodges like to put your ass up on a goddamn wall. I don't know. But I just realized that people from the beginning of time, like spiritual people, they should be forgiven. I would have brought them back from purgatory because everybody else at this time, I would give two options. You can be reincarnated and come back to earth, or you can go to hell. It's up to you. Both the doors would basically lead to hell. But other people I would have had in purgatory, I would bring them back. You see. They would be like industry plants, not necessarily, but they would actually have a message. They wouldn't be wearing Hermes bags because Hermes is a message carrier. So they think they work for the higher ups and they think they got a message in their bag. The message in their bag is that they are greedy. To much whom is a lot is given, much is expected. They don't give shit. They don't teach shit. They don't say shit. They have forgot the purpose of themselves. I was looking at Monaco, talking about it's a small principality that once had a princess named Grace. Bitch, please. Ain't no principality ever supposed to lead nothing. You know why? Because they were not designed to lead anything. They were not designed to make decisions. Because as soon as they can make a fucking decision, they're going to choose wrong. They're supposed to have God leading their ways, and they fucking don't. You know why? Because they serve the devil. They serve fucking Jesus Christ, which is the devil. I don't really give a fuck. You want to be a Luciferian? You know why? You know what Jacob did, which is part of Judaism? Jesus Christ was the king of the Jews. If he was the king of the Jews, and we know that they are from the tribe of Gad, and also Jacob, who fought with God. But before that, he was a thief, and also he covered himself in fur or hair. Light fur, Lucifer, from Esau, his brother. What was I saying? Oh, Gabriel. What was I saying? I forgot. No. Take it with a grain of salt. Everybody you follow has broken the commandments, so y'all just want to go to hell and do wrong. Because y'all getting led by principalities that can't think for their goddamn self, that was not designed. No power, principality. Only one that could think is a virtue. Because they are virtuous. They wouldn't necessarily think they would feel right or wrong. They would feel sympathy or empathy. The others would not. They would be inhumane. They would think about themselves once they would start thinking and get the ball rolling. The issue is they weren't programmed to do that. They weren't programmed to think. They were programmed to do, to act. But when they get offset, they start making themselves celebrities and whatnot important. Ain't no angel nowhere ever been important. You're not important. You don't matter. You are a thing. You are not somebody. You are something. You are something to illustrate my wonders, my powers, my thought. You are to follow suit. But they don't. Because they want to have a yacht. You ever seen a yacht that at the end of that word it say shit? They want to have a shit boat. That's a toilet that can sink or fucking float. They don't give a fuck. It's very weird too. It's very weird. Anywho, let's go on to the next one. Who is it? Taurus. Taurus, drink up. Taurus like, I want to have it my way. I don't know what that means. Taurus want to have it their way. What way is Taurus going? What direction is Taurus goes in? It's probably got something to do with a product. So you're getting nudged, you're getting pushed to go do something on time. It's just the wrong time. I don't live in UCT time. No. I don't live in mountain time either. So that's just weird. Taurus really fortunate when it comes to family, love, and resources. Taurus like, I gotta have it all. What's all? What's A-L-L? L-T? A? Someone is in denial. Denial. That's weird. Let's go to Gemini and I'm gonna stop there. Gemini forsaken. I just don't give a fuck. Godspeed. God bless. Bye.